Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. I'm very excited today to have William "Bump" Roddey on the show. As most of you know, Bump is County Councilman for the 4th District of York County. And I really wanted to bring you on the show today to get to chat with you about lots of stuff, but wanted to kind of zone in on what's going on with the Fort Mill limited development and things like that, and kind of get your perspective on it, on what's going on, and explain to people actually what it's all about.
Yes, sir. I'm certainly super excited to be here to meet you, of course. York County has decided or looking into trying to slow some growth down in the Fort Mill area. It's been proposed by their representative, Mr. Michael Johnson, in the form of a moratorium to slow down the growth. Fort Mill is really busting at the seam. It's really booming. It's still a great, awesome place to live.
Absolutely.
And with our schools being what they are, we are really an attractive commodity here in the state of South Carolina. So everybody wants to be part of Fort Mill. But what's been proposed is that we stop rezoning property to allow new construction, homes and apartments and things of that nature to be built in the Fort Mill towns or in the unincorporated area of Fort Mill. We all know the traffic woes here in Rock Hill. We know the traffic woes in Fort Mill, and frankly, we're facing some infrastructure challenges throughout the state.
Certainly.
Across the board, but Fort Mill is a special case with its population boom, and the housing market in Fort Mill is really taking off. So some things have been proposed to slow down some of that growth, and basically what we're looking at doing is a 6-month moratorium to not allow or not approve any new rezoning or change in zoning in the Fort Mill area.
Right, and for the first time, I've been doing real estate here 27 years, Bump, and for the first time we have rush hour now. And traffic backs up to get on and off the interstate on a lot of our exits. And so I'm really excited to hear that you guys are looking at the traffic patterns and figuring out how to improve that. But you also are not a big fan of the word of limiting growth, because we're marketing ourselves all over the country and world for people to relocate here.
Well, the word moratorium sends a shockwave to people such as builders, investors, potential home buyers, because one thing that a moratorium, in my opinion, will do is it will cause a bump up in the existing home prices. If you slow down growth and take things off the market, such as inventory, existing inventory now becomes worth a little more once you put a moratorium in. But looking to do it for 6 months, I'm not in favor of slowing that down. I think we have a traffic issue. We don't have a building issue.
Correct.
But certainly there's some things that we can do to mitigate some of our traffic situations. One thing that we're talking about now is doing a traffic impact analysis before we approve a particular development, because we want to know the impact that development is going to have on the traffic, and certainly we don't want to overcrowd an existing overcrowded road, and we're certainly looking to do capital improvement plan to make sure we identify the areas that need to be addressed.
And and I appreciate you seeing it from that angle, because Fort Mill already has very expensive housing, and for that to go up even higher just really impacts the public on what they pay for housing.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, once you start paying more for houses, and obviously we're going to tax you based on value, that certainly drives up your property tax as well.
Absolutely, and so I really appreciate you looking at that. Tell me a little bit about what's going on in Lake Wiley.
Lake Wiley is looking to do an overlay, which they're trying to restrict some development within a certain radius of the lake. Some of the concerns with the Lake Wiley community is protecting the waterways. We know water is the only commodity that we can't make any more of. So certainly we want to make sure we protect those things, but we have to do it in a way that's reasonable and has a common sense approach to it. They're looking to do some things over in that community also to slow down the growth. Everybody wants to be on the lake. That's one of the
big attractions.
The big attractions is the water. Everybody wants to have that prime real estate, and and certainly builders realize that, and they want to get to the lake and want to put as many houses, condos, and townhomes as close to the lake as possible. And at the same time, we have to be mindful of protecting those resources as well.
Well, I appreciate all your hard work and energy into watching this very closely for all of us who live here. and all your hard work. Bump's one of our elected officials and doing an amazing job. Thank you for educating us on more on that, and if you pay a lot of attention to this, it's a moving target at the moment.
Well, certainly there's a lot of moving parts that go along with it. You don't want to do anything upstream that will have an adverse effect downstream. So we're trying to take all those things in consideration when we're looking at things of slowing down growth in Fort Mill. If we have to change the term moratorium to soften it up for some people, I think we're willing to do that.
The minute that was out, people were in a panic.
Yeah, that's one of those buzzwords that gets people's attention.
I saw it posted all over social media and everywhere else.
And with social media and things being that the way they are, if we get it in Rock Hill, they're probably getting it in Louisiana, Texas, exactly. California, and other places as well. Absolutely,
and I really appreciate all your hard work. Again, William Bump Roddey, one of our elected officials here in York County. Thanks for updating us on what's going on. We'd love to have you back to the show sometime and keep us updated.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. Please stay tuned. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area. We'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.